Mod, you've seen it, you have heard of it, but what do you know about what started this trend and why it's so big now? As the term says, mod comes from the term modernist, which described a group of Londoners who listened to jazz in the 60s. British youth have always been heavily influenced by musicians to inspire their fashion. The 60s increased this being the era of expression everyone started an anything goes mentality. This started from fashion, it grew more into male fashion as well, from teddy boys who walked around in zoot suits and called themselves rebels. And then came the queen of mods, Mary Quant. The artist in her sense that millions of young girls wanted something different. In her own sample room, she turned her designs into clothes, and not just in this country, but in many others. Her flair for design met with instant success, so she soon became a one-woman export drive. Born on the 11th of February 1934 in Blackheath, London, England, to Welsh teacher Jack and Mary Quant. She went to Blackheath High School before studying illustration at Goldsmiths College. She got her diploma in art education from Goldsmiths and went to become an apprentice couture milliner. At this point, she began designing clothing. She met her future husband and business partner, Alexander Pluckett Green, at Goldsmiths as well. Quant was a contemporary of her clients rather than an older generation was with an advantage to her designs. She was convinced that fashion needed to be affordable, to be accessible, and to be young. She opened her own retail boutique with the help of her husband and former solicitor Archie McNair, called Bazaar, introducing the mod era and the Chelsea girl look. Bazaar was a new and interesting shop, and Mary Quant wanted to keep it that way. So this is when she went into knee-high paint and plastic lace-up boots and tight skinny rib sweaters were brought in to epitomise the London look. These were the results. The creations were turned over to technicians to make them into physical garments. Autumn fashions were shown in spring to young buyers who were eager to join the new trend. The short skirt was a surprise to many buyers, but when young girls in Milan wanted it, and they know Britain had it. Along with the trendy fashion shows and window displays, she secured her reputation through the production of original clothing sold in her affordable boutique. The mid-1960s saw Quant at the height of her fame when she created the Micro Mini and the Paintbox makeup in 1966. In 1968, Quant summarises why she had gotten so involved with the bit of makeup. Now that clothes were different, the face was wrong. Fashion had changed dramatically, but makeup had been left behind. This applied not only to the kind of products available, but also to the colours, packaging, advertising, and the way in which cosmetics were sold. She said nobody had considered a colour other than red, pink, or vaguely orange for lipstick, or that there was other colours than blue and green, and possibly purple for eyeshadow. There was no flexibility and no fun with makeup. Quant signed a contract with Stanley Picker, the American owner and chairman of Gala Cosmetics, part of the Myron Picker Group. The Quant makeup launch was preceded by 18 months of development, which the designer later remembered as the most thrilling time. I had no doubts at all about my concept of the colours and products, as to me the need of new ways was so glaringly obvious. But when the packaging and testing also went so smoothly and looked so terrific, it was the one time in my life I had total confidence in a venture's success.